107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
Man, he has so many credits, too many to mention, but the one everybody know him from is from the Chappelle Show. He's a great friend of mine, so please welcome to the house the one and only Mr. Charlie Murphy.
Woo! Charlie Murphy!
How you doing, brother?
I'm excellent, man. I'm blessed.
Yes, you are,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you in town. Well, you from New York anyway.
Yeah. From New York.
Man. So what brings you back in? You working? I see.
My kids is right over the bridge. They bring me back every week. You know what I'm saying?
So you be in town on the low. We don't know about that, huh?
I'm be on the low. I live here. I live in New Jersey now, but I'm from the area.
But we don't see you up here
I don't be
visiting
on
the
the
house.
low. Not, because, being that I have a job that takes me out of the house, when I go home, I'm home. You know what I'm saying?
See, people don't understand that.
Yeah, when you're home, you got to be home. You can't be like, now that I'm home, I'm going to do all the local stuff. It's
right.
Like, nah, you got to be at the house.
Yeah, that's happening. But hey, let me ask you, man. Me and you been knowing each other for a while, man. And of course, I know your brother. And the thing about when I first saw you, man, the first thing you had the stigma that's Ed's brother. But now, bro, you are crushing it, man.
Oh yeah, man! Because I do the work. I do due diligence. The due diligence.
Right.
I had tongue tied just now.
Right.
Yeah, I do what I have to do, man. Cause I knew what I was up against from day one. I knew what there'll be naysayers and if you don't make it, that's something that it would never go away.
Right.
If this would have went the other direction, it would be something that would never go away. I'd probably be walking around with a hood on or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would have become that guy. Oh, yeah, because then his brother tried to be funny, but it didn't work out.
Right.
You wouldn't want to hear that for the rest of your life, but that's what it would have been, Yeah, definitely.
So what's more challenging? Because, see, I love you in the movies, man. You got chops. I done seen you in many. But your stand-up, what's your process? Like mine, I just take a subject and elaborate on how do you do yours?
Exactly. It has to be real for me. You know what I'm saying? So I do pretty much the same thing. But in my elaboration, it's the way I do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's that's what's selling. That's the reason why, like, for instance, you told me a joke one time, if me and you was alone, I'd beg you to stop. I was laying on the ground after the joke.
Right.
And you almost killed me. I was, please stop. You remember that day?
Yeah,
You told me this joke, and it was about a woman having a baby, and the baby was born pregnant. Do you remember that joke? Do you remember that? I tried to tell somebody else that joke, right? And I'm like, well, how come they just standing there looking at me like I'm crazy? But I remember when you told me the joke, it's because the way you tell it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you told me the joke, I had to lay down. I mean, this joke was funny. I'm not going to try to repeat it again because I learned that day you don't repeat other people's stuff because it ain't going to come out the same. You got to have their salt and pepper on it,
Man, let me tell you what my respect is when you went to Grambling, and I don't even do colleges no more. Mm-hmm. I mean, because my thing with colleges is it's hard for me to tell a joke to a person that ain't never had a job. So.
Exactly. It's a couple things with that, man. It's that, and it's with me when I was going there, certain things that I may talk about that may be explicit or whatever. Mm-hmm. The first 5 years that I was doing stand-up, I was like, I refuse to edit anything. This is what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay, you could be kindergarten. I'm talking about it.
What made you change?
It's part of my show. Well, when I got better at doing stand-up, I didn't have to rely on certain things that I was relying on then. But that's another one of the reasons why you feel uncomfortable, because talking to people, like for me, at that time I had kids that were older than the actual students that I'm talking to. And I'm saying, would you talk to your own kids like this?
Right.
Would you talk about this to your kids?
Right.
And they grown men.
Right.
But would you talk to them? No, I wouldn't. So why am I talking to somebody else's kid?
Right.
So that's what did it for me. I mean, what happened that particular night, had something to do with why I don't probably want to do colleges again. I did some more after that just so that nobody can't say anything. I went and did colleges after that for the rest of the year, and then I was like, that's it for me. I'm not taking that chance of being put in a situation where you can't really do it or handle it the way you would handle it with an adult. Because you're not dealing with an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to be like, okay, I have to actually put on kid gloves and handle you where you going out full barrel on me, but I can't return that because we're not in an adult environment.
Exactly. When we come back, I'm gonna tell y'all from me personally how he handled it at Grambling. That'll always go down as one of the thoroughest things ever I've seen as a comedian.
Basically, come here for a second. Bring that check over here. Where's the check? Yes, give it to me. Give me the check. You must know what you're ready to do. All right, this is you guys' money, right? That y'all paid for Charlie Murphy to come see y'all, right? Y'all will have it back. Good night.
Back to the thing about, when you was doing the show at the college, it was the perfect way to do it. And I swear to God, if I ever get myself in that situation, I have been in that situation before, I would do it just like you. And just for my audiences, as a comedian, we need people undivided attention. We're not like music. If you're not paying no attention to us, the joke will go. So, right. And you can't sit here and talk. You paid for us to talk. Well, anyway, had some ruly people up there, and they was not paying no attention to Charlie. Charlie like, oh, what? Said, excuse me, called this boy over his road man and said, come here, man. Y'all ain't got to pay no attention. Just give me one more second. Come on over here. Brung the check over there that they paid him and said, I ain't got to put up with this. Showed the check off and walked off and dropped the mic.
What?
Yes, man. Priceless.
So what did everybody do? They just came into an uproar?
They went on a Twitter rant after that. They started disrespecting on Twitter for about 8 months. That's sending out tweets, boo, and that, this, and other. And the whole thing about it was 8 months after that show, I had probably did 100 more shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or more. You know what I'm saying? Without that happening. And prior to that happening, I had probably did 200 or 300 before prior. So when I look at it for myself, I go, okay, if you did 700 shows and at the 348th show that happened, it's not you.
Right.
I'm sorry. If what they're alleging about you that you suck or whatever is true, I mean, we should have it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't happen. But these people was relentless, man. They kept on going with it over and over and over. And my thing is this with them. It's like, like you said earlier, you arguing with a person that's living off their mama. That's number one. They don't have a job nowhere. Mm-hmm. And you have to listen to them tell you that you ain't nothing. When you haven't really done anything yet in your life. You haven't done anything. You still in school, man. So before you could look at me, an accomplished father with 4 kids, and tell me I ain't SH, you really need to look in the mirror. Okay, because if I ain't SH, what are you? What are you? If I'm not equivalent to Doodoo, then what are you? Okay. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because like I said, I've raised 2 kids already. I got 2 more on the way. 14-year-old, 7-year-old. You'll never see me out asking nobody, could you buy my kids some jeans or nothing like that? Could you give my kids something to eat tonight? Nah, I handle my business. So to have somebody who never did any of that, somebody that's 19 years old looking in your face to tell you ain't ish, it's like, come on. Really? I ain't? Really?
Yeah, that is a blow. I want to ask you, how's your voice? Because remember last time we flew in L.A.,
My voice is much better, man.
Is it better?
I'm actually glad because they told me that, we're going to have to do a surgery. You won't be able to talk for 4 months and blah, blah, blah. And because I had surgery prior to that on my knee, years before that, I thought about what I was told afterwards. I had surgery on my knee, and 6 months later, someone said, if you didn't get surgery, your knee would have just healed up on its own, man.
Yeah?
Talking about it, I said, yeah. Are you a professional athlete? Do you play basketball every week? And no, you would have been cool, just taking it easy, and your knee would have healed up.
Oh,
You had a sports injury.
Right.
And the only reason why you should go let them take some tissue out of your knee is if you got to be performing on the gridiron again in 3 weeks.
Right.
But that's not your case, right? You could have let it just heal up. Because I went and did that, though, my man scoped my knee out. Now, certain days, according to the weather or whatever, I may wake up, it might be bumping, man.
Yeah.
Well, they so-called fixed it.
Right.
Cartilage doesn't grow back like,
Oh, so
Yeah,
so you doing better now.
I'm doing much better.
Yeah, because we flew in and we were sitting.
Yeah, my voice
talking.
was really shot at one point.
Your brother about to drop another one. I just heard his single, man. Don't break out.
People don't realize Eddie has a whole lot of music that he's been making for years. Man,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? And the world needs to know about that.
Yeah,
I mean, he does a whole lot of stuff, and I'll be like, so that joke you just cracked is
just gonna leave it there.
You ain't gonna ever go on stage. Nah, really?
One of your brothers.
You just gonna just make that and just leave it.
One of the
and he does with music too, man.
Yes, I mean, y'all see him all the time when I go to the house with the studio and playing the guitar.
Right.
People
don't realize how good he can play.
Exactly.
He can play very well.
How long has he been doing that stuff?
Many years now. Yes. I don't know the exact number, but he can play a guitar really well, and he can also play the pianos very well. You know, drums.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So people like to put other people in boxes. You know what I'm saying? So if you come along and you showed up in this box, they don't ever expect you to see you in another box over here.
Right.
It's hard for them to digest for some reason.
Right.
You know.
But that's with any artist, though. Even if a singer who wants to try and make different kinds of music, people
that's
kind
true
of buck
too.
against
Yeah,
it.
but this is the whole thing with that. If you're a singer who's trying to make different types of music, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as the different types that you choose are things that people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't gonna like it. And but doing more than one thing, like Jamie Foxx is another artist. You know, you see him do a movie, then he'll go over here and rock the mic.
Right.
You know, he was accepted because the music was the music of the time. It's what everybody was the sound. You know what I'm saying? Boom, he was right in there. He could sing. He was halfway there. Then he got the music. Boom, it was through the roof.
Yeah.
And with my brother, it was different. It was like when he first tried to do that, it wasn't nobody else doing it. Nobody else had tried to do that. Mm-hmm. So it was a different reception. Like we used to seeing you in this box over here making us laugh. I don't want to hear no love song from you.
Yeah, but Rick James used to kill him. Right? Rest in peace. Rick used to kill him, man. Used to kill him over at the house. Rick. All right, man. One more time for my man, Mr. Charlie Murphy in the house.
Charlie!
Love you, boy.